So hi and welcome back, and yeah, I bought some Kodak Gold film. And for those of you who know me, Kodak Gold isn't my thing. Having now ordered some, it's like, what am I going to use it for? Well, I've got a very special use for this film, and I don't want to tell you now because it will kind of spoil the surprise. And it's something kind of rather unusual. Now, I would have liked to have chosen hectare, but I'm not paying hectare prices to do this experiment, although it probably would be better. But thinking about it, I could actually redo it with hectare if the experiment works. Now, I did this experiment must be nearly 30 years ago, and it worked then, so I'm hoping it will work now. Just so you know that I think I used Kodak Gold just after it had been released. Now, I don't mean released in the UK. That tended to be slightly later than in the States, and I just happened to be in Los Angeles for a summer holiday to see my sister. My sister used to live in Los Angeles many years ago. I've been there 4 times now, but that's for bodybuilding and stuff like that. So asked me to do a video about that, because that's quite an interesting story about how I come to go Los Angeles another 3 times. Anyway, back to the story. So I wanted to go to Disneyland, and I don't really do holiday things while I'm there. I tend to do stuff that has to do with like working, and so it was like a treat for me. It was my first time in America, which was a trip to Los Angeles. It was kind of crazy, and this was back in the early 1980s. And I bought this Kodak Gold film at Disney, put it in the camera, had the most amazing box with multiple colours. I'll try and see if I can find a shot of what they looked like back then, and they were really, really cool, very, very 80s and that sort of thing, very colourful. And I took these shots. I took a shot of the Magic Castle. I think it's called the Magic Castle, isn't it? And then different things when I was going around. However, I don't think I've got any photographs of that roll, and I would have loved to show you that one of the Magic Castle, Magic Kingdom, or whatever it's called. But I may be able to find one of my mum's stuff, because I remember a photograph that she had of me that was actually out of focus, and I was using an MTL5B and got the most amazing results with the old Carl Zeiss lens. Anyway, so because of this experiment, I've bought this Kodak Gold film, and I'm hoping to put that out in a few weeks. But I'm just going to go through quickly some of the actual photographs I've taken recently, because during the troubled times I ordered 2 rolls of Kodak Gold on Amazon, and yeah, I'm actually more surprised at how good they are than I really thought. So we're going to go through a few of those now, and then in a few weeks time you'll see the experiment I'm going to do. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so I've picked a selection of 12 photographs to show you. Now, these are Kodak Gold 200, and when I was actually in Los Angeles, it was actually Kodak Gold 100 I was using, which was released first. And from what I can say and find out about it, it was released pretty much the same time as I arrived there for my break. And from what research I've done, a lot of this says it was 88, and it was actually 86 when it was released, and that was when I was there. So I just wanted to clear that up. Okay. Anyway, so I'm beginning to get a new life for Kodak Gold. I know it's horrible, isn't it, when you grow to like a film? But I think what it was always that generic film that people use, that everyone bought Kodak Gold, all those photographs from Spain and that sort of stuff in your holidays, and that's probably why I didn't like it. But it is a wonderful film, really, if you think about it. So I'm going to go through these 12 quickly and show you them. Now you'll see them on screen. Because the scans I had done, they are quite small on my screen, so I'm going to show you the full size photograph. Okay, so the first thing I've found out is the 2 rolls of films I took were taken at different times of the year. One was taken in spring and one was taken in summer. And the first lot I'm going to show you with this photograph with the swans was taken in the summer and not spring, because I think I also had them developed in different labs, because one of the sets of scans is better than the others. It's a higher resolution. Yeah, so I don't honestly know, but I think that's what happened. But you can see, and you've seen shots I've done of this area before. If you've watched my older videos, you can see it's come up really, really well. It's, you know, it's a nice, very, very warmed toned film. And I like the accuracy of the greens, to be honest with you. When you go through these further on, I'll show you. And again, there's another shot of the same sort of scene. They've got a bird. You've got a bird flying in the foreground as well, which looks really, really nice. And so what I mean about the greens, about the rendition of the green in the there's two trees next to each other, different shades. They look really, really, really nice. And look at this a bit further down. So I'm opposite the county hall, looking towards the Premier Inn and an apartment block and a few restaurants and things. And the thing I have noticed, the dark burgundy type colour of the Premier Inn isn't quite that dark. So I don't know about its darker reds are that accurate. I need to walk over there and have a look at some point and see how good this is. But I will check it because I think it's important. And when I come back to you in the other video, I'll talk about that more. I'll see if I can get an idea what it looks like. And it looks too dark for me. And this was a soap. You see, because of my dyslexia, I can't read the top line. I can just read the soap bit. It's pure soap, and I can't read that first one. It doesn't make any sense to me because I'm dyslexic. But it's got really, really lovely bright reds and really, really lovely bright yellows, and it looks really, really cool. What's quite nice is it was actually on his garden wall, or the fence, should I say? And then you can see it's really, really kept the tones correct. This is as I was seeing it, so it's actually really quite accurate, to be honest with you. This one again is looking across at the castle mound, and the shadows are really, really, I mean, although it's a bright day, and this would have been, looking at where the shadows are, it would have been over, so it would have, I don't know, probably early afternoon. Looking at Castle Mound, you can see you know, the daisies and the shadow area of the trees. It actually looks quite good. I'm actually quite impressed by keeping all the detail in the shadows as well, which is really, really nice. I don't know what the latitude is for Kodak Gold. If you can put a comment in the description if you know, or have looked it up, please let me know. And yeah, just looks like sort of a train, a lady coming under the bottom of the underpass. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I just was walking along down here. This is where I actually got mugged. I had one of my cameras stolen from me. It was a bit further down from this, and I won't go down there unless I'm bombing through on a bicycle. And there's no point now because the bridge is closed anyway. So rambling. And I always like taking photographs of graffiti. Now, this looks muted, but these actually were the colours. They really were. And it was literally a few steps from here where I got mugged for my DJI mini camera thingamabobby. And it wasn't this day. It wasn't actually this day in particular. It was another day. But you can actually see that's quite accurate to how I remember it being. And I just wanted to show you another shot of the actual river, the embankment, which is a Victorian embankment. So this part of the river was built by the Victorians. And if you've watched John Rogers films, he was down here in his video the other week. And it's come up really, really nice. Wanted to get the canopy of the canopy of the trees and the tree stumps hanging out over the water. That was the actual idea. But I wasn't actually doing any in particular. I was just out taking photographs because of the boredom we had during those times. And just the last few, and his again from the spring photographs, and you can see the reds and the whites, as you know I was like them. But you got a nice contrast of the colours, the greens, the reds, the yellows and the blues, and also the green of the trees, which looks really, really quite nice. Again, shadow detail is maintained. Now I don't know if this is a thing with some colour films, but I think this looks really, really nice. And on to the last photograph. Now I'm actually on what they call the butterfly bridge. You can see here the actual the supports, and yeah, it's all right. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my fun with Kodak Gold 200, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.